Hey, this is Mark's watching MTC Media here at Cap 1, where the Wizards snap Philadelphia's 8-game winning streak, 116-111. The Wizards were led by Kristaps Porzingis and his 24 points, including a huge contested three-pointer down the stretch to push the lead from 3 to 6 when it looked like Philadelphia might have a chance to come back here and steal a game. So look, I asked Doc Rivers before the game, was this a concern game of his, because this was one of those games sandwiched between the Knicks game at Christmas and they have the Pelicans coming up. He said no, kind of brushed it off a little bit, like I'm not worried. And then in the post game, he came out and said he could tell in the first quarter that this team wasn't locked in. He could tell when the Wizards turned the ball over 9 times and they only got 4 points out of it, and how they weren't interested in that first half of playing defense, how they were out rebounded by some rebound, I think 8 or 9 in the first half by the Wizards, and just coming out and not being focused and not being connected, with the exception of Joel Embiid, who went for 48 points and 10 rebounds, and he got the 48 points on 32 shots. He was 17 for 32 from the field. He was pretty darn efficient, and frankly was keeping them in the game when he wasn't scoring the points and being Superman out there. Philadelphia would fall down by 16, they'd fall down by 8, they'd fall down by 9, and they didn't close quarters well. I talked about the Porzingis shot there going down the stretch of the fourth quarter. At the end of the third quarter, when Philadelphia made a push, they give up a 4-point play to Corey Kispert on a bad closeout and a made 3. Just little things at the end that allowed the Wizards to end that quarter on a 9-4 run, and it was the Wizards who closed out the quarter and not Philadelphia. All recipe for coming in here and turning what should have been a win into a loss. Now, I think what was one of the more discouraging things for Philadelphia is it's not like Washington came out here and played the game of the century. Like I said, Porzingis had 24. But then when you look at it, Bill had 19 on 15 shots. Kuzma shot 4 for 13, only had 14 points. There were guys here that it's not like they played out of their minds, and you sit around, you kind of hump your shoulders and say, well, the Wizards came in tonight, they were focused, they hit shots that they usually don't hit, blah, 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 blah. That wasn't the case tonight. This was the case of Philadelphia had an 8-game winning streak. They came in here thinking to themselves that they were going to strut in here and beat a 13-win team easily by just outscoring them. And that's not what happened. Washington comes up with the talent Washington has on their roster. This is something they can do more often, and it's something that Philadelphia will need to change and be focused on going back. So look, we'll put the Doc Rivers post game will go up on our YouTube channel. So will Tobias Harris's, where there's a little funny moment where I get to ask Tobias Harris about, as poor as you played, you still were a stop or 2 from tying or winning this game. It was a nice exchange that I wish I had more with NBA players who don't get mad at a question being asked. And I thought it was a funny moment and a light moment that will also be posted up on the YouTube channel. So I don't know where I'll be next. At the very least, you'll see me at Maryland next. You might see me here tomorrow night. Not sure yet for Phoenix as they come to town. But wherever you see me, I'll be doing a pregame and a postgame. This is Marcus Washington from MTC Media.